The back medium kick from Ken is not there. That's unacceptable. That was his main overhead from ever since Third Strike. That was his main overhead. He also had amazing kicks, which I wish he did have from Super Turbo. You would have to do Dragon Punch, uppercut motion with kick, and he had a few options out of it. I wish he had a sweep option added to it because, like I said, once he starts doing they used to call it the crazy kicks. They're actually crescent kicks with axe kicks included at the very end of it. If you really want to get technical about it. That's what they're actually called. So anyone calling them crazy kicks is just an idiot. And I don't even really want to pay attention to them anymore. So yeah, it sounds funny. I think it is funny. But like I said, he doesn't have the sweep option. You know, like I said, when he runs, he doesn't have a sweep option. Ken should have a running sweep. Like Heihachi from Tekken 7. You know, he should have a running sweep. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have that off of the run. He needs a low attack threat off of the run. He needs his forward hard kick from Street Fighter V, which originally was in Street Fighter 3. This is how much of a fan I am. That's why I'm throwing it out there, so you guys really understand how much I like the game. And, you know, honestly, I think right now, like, I'm unbeatable in Street Fighter V. I'll embarrass your favorite players right now in Street Fighter V. They think they're better than me. There's no way. I'll embarrass your favorite players in Street Fighter V. The guys that you guys are talking about, I'll embarrass them in Street Fighter V. And I was using one of the worst characters in the game, if not the worst character in the game. In my opinion, the worst character in the game was Laura. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I only picked the character because she had a fat ass. That was the main reason I picked the character. What was I gonna say? What else? Yeah, so like I said, I don't like changes like that. I would much rather Zangief have his green hand. That was way harder to do. Instead of that forward hard punch. His forward hard punch headbutt should have been an overhead. I don't know if it was. I believe it was. That forward hard punch he did in Street Fighter V. He doesn't even have that anymore as far as I'm concerned. That should be his overhead. He needs that. He needs that overhead drastically. But even better, when they land the overhead, they should be able to combo into super. So like, let's say with Zangief, I land the overhead with Zangief, I should be able to level 3, I should be able to level, well, maybe not the air grab, obviously I can't do the air grab, but I should be able to do level 1 into a level 2 if I really wanted to, or just go straight into a level 3. This is very important, but also standing medium kick with the Russian wrestler, he cannot combo that. He cannot combo that. He cannot drive rush that. My bad. He cannot drive rush that. He could. I think it auto combos or something now. Let me just pick him so I could really. Blanca, I was saying the same thing with the crouching hard punch, stuff like that. So like, I was saying as a joke, I do think Zangief is one of the best characters in the game with modern controls, no doubt about it. But I noticed he loses a lot of his options. I don't know why this idiot is calling me when he still owes me some money, and he thinks it's a game. He thinks it's a game because one day I'm gonna body slam his ass, and he thinks I'm joking. I'm talking about my friend. He owes me some money. He thinks it's a joke. He knows I love him though. What was I gonna say? Like, for example, standing medium kick with Zangief. Can't drive rush it. Can't drive rush the crouching medium kick. That's unacceptable. He could drive rush his standing light kick. Okay, that's good and that's fine and dandy. But as a Zangief player, if you're thinking drive rush the standing medium kick, stop playing Street Fighter altogether. Just stop playing Street Fighter altogether. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm wrong for saying that because it auto combos for you as you drive rush. You see, so you could add more. I guess I'm wrong for saying that. I'm wrong for saying that. It does give you some sort of benefits. But see right there, it automatically, I'm doing the medium kick, that's why. You see, like, it keeps the combo going. You see, like, they basically get comboed there in situations where, so like, let's say for example, 1, 2, 3, I can't combo his crouch. I can't drive rush his crouching heart. I can't drive rush his crouching jab into. You know what I'm saying? I can't crouching jab into drive rush. I can standing jab. This guy, like, like, dog, I don't want to talk to you. You're probably listening to me on stream. Dude, if you're listening to me on stream and calling me, dude, I don't want to talk to you. Stop acting like we're boys until you give me back what the fuck you owe me, dog. I'm not fucking kidding around either. I know I like to joke around, but I'm not fucking joking around, dude. Stop acting like we're boys and shit, bro. Nah, bro, I want my shit back, bro. Alright, so, standing light kick. He can't drive rush off the crouching medium kick. That's unacceptable. He can't drive rush off the standing medium kick. That's unacceptable. Standing hard punch. Can he still hold it? I think it looks pretty cool. I like how he goes, oh, you know what I mean? Back hard punch. All right, so like I said, he can't drive rush. He can't drive rush the standing hard punch and the back hard punch. And the sweep, it would be awesome if you could drive rush the sweep and make it safe somehow. Like, let's say, for example, I missed the sweep. I'm wrong on the sweep. If I miss the sweep and they block it, I should be able, if I have meter, to drive rush and get out of it before they could counter me. I think that would be pretty fucking interesting as well. Because I think it just adds more intensity to the high-low pressure that you could do to your opponent. Like, you could just throw it out there, drive rush them, and be in their face now. Especially for a character like Zangief that has a real good sweep. But like, if you're missing it, I do love that forward hard kick they gave him. That drop kick, I love that. I'm pretty sure that's his overhead. Pretty obvious. But I love that. Look, for example, this is why I love it. He could full screen overhead you. Whoever thought Zangief, the Russian fucking wrestler, would ever be able to fucking full screen overhead you? Now, my question is this. Would that ever work? Yeah, it would. Why? Because I could also do shit like this. I fucked it up. I'm sorry that I fucked it up, but... Let me see, hold up. I'm doing it wrong. I'm missing it. See, I could basically do a full screen sweep. In fact, basically every character in the game could do a full screen sweep using the drive rush. This is what makes the drive rush so good. But what makes the drive rush so bad, and this is why I don't recommend it as it currently is outside of combos, is that it's easy to see coming. And there's a lot of meter in this game. So like, if I see you do this, yeah, you can parry me if I throw an EX fireball at you, but guess what? It drains your meter a lot. So let me, like, can you? This is what I'm saying. If a player likes to throw a lot of EX projectiles, you could focus attack them. You could parry them. They're called parries in this game. It's more like a focus attack or red focus attack, but you could parry the EX fireball, and then before it's done and before they could recover and throw anything out again, you can rush them and put them in a situation where they have to block high or low. This is what makes the drive rush so good. So if you guys are not really understanding, I probably should not be explaining this and have players really understand this for themselves. So a lot of players are like, oh man, you know, how am I supposed to block that or jump over that? You don't have to in this game. They made it way easier than Street Fighter V. You don't have to have... You need the meter to do the drive rush and the parry. But like, if right now, if this character threw an EX projectile to me, I could absorb it, not take any damage, as long as I have drive rush meter, the drive meter, as long as I have the drive meter, I can absorb the two attacks. I could absorb the EX projectile. Like, let's say, for example, Guile players like to do that a lot. They'll throw the sphere, and then they'll throw a sonic boom into it, and throw a two-hit projectile. You can absorb that, and then with Zangief do this. Or you can absorb that, and then EX grab them. Before they could ever throw another projectile out. You don't have to jump in the air against Guile anymore. His strongest asset was doing crouching fierce, or flash kick, to your... After you try to jump over their projectile, you don't have to jump anymore. So Guile's basically one of the worst characters in the game because of this. So as long as you keep meter, which I recommend you do, just for characters like that make it real difficult to get past their offense, absorb their EX meter, absorb their EX projectile, but keep in mind, if they have a lot of meter, they'll EX projectile, and then if you're not at the right distance, they can EX projectile or EX uppercut you before you do this. So make sure you're at the right distance when you do it. But like I said, it makes a character like Zangief that normally doesn't have too much good high-low pressure to have amazing high-low pressure now, because from full screen, he can absorb an EX projectile and come front flipping onto your fucking head and hit you with a high attack. It's pretty fucking fast too. I mean, in the heat of the battle, believe me that the only thing that I don't like about it is that there's a strong indication that they're about to do it. Look how he puts his body. It's different than any other animation. There should be no indication like that. But I guess what they're really doing is, if you're using it right, does it matter if there's an indication or not? So I guess that's the real key that you should. I'm saying if you're using it, you should be allowed to use it without your opponent knowing at all. I think that would make the game way more fun, because at any time, and if you're holding down, he should have the sweep. You see how he's doing drop kick? To do the sweep, I have to hold down. But sometimes I hold down forward or down back. See what I mean? I guess what the developers are saying, if you're using it correctly, you won't get countered. So just use it correctly and the indication doesn't matter. But what I say as a player is, when I see an opponent doing this, I go, I'm not going to do anything else, because I know he has the potential to drive rush, so now I'm just going to move away from him. And if he starts running in, I have to get prepared to block low or high. But that's the difficulty. It's not easy to know if he's going to go high or low. Unless you're cheating and watching his every movement on the controller, you know, and have Bluetooth on your friend and going, high, low. He's holding down, low. You know what I mean? But in a way, if you notice, if you hold down forward, which looks like down, which is good, why I like the developers did that, is that it's an overhead, as far as I know. And if you hold down, which looks pretty close to what you're doing as well with the overhead, it's hard to predict and it's hard to counter, because a lot of players are cheaters out there, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is this, like, that makes Zangief way scarier than he's ever been before, because what he could do is basically absorb, he could absorb a whole super, but realistically, if I were a Zangief player, I would do just standing medium punch and get all the damage I could, because it comes out the fastest, it has a lot of range, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could basically full screen dash and then standing medium punch, and it does combo as well. So you especially, you know what I'm saying, you especially want to, like right there, oh my bad, standing medium punch should combo into lariat, but you can't. It automatically starts auto comboing for you. I hate that. I can't stand that they do that. You know what I'm saying? Like right there, like out of the drive rush, you could basically do anything. Like, that's what makes it so fun. So like, if you really want to get good at this game, you're really gonna have to, you know, like really understand why these options are available. These options are available for characters like that play Guile and think they're amazing gods at the game. Oh my god, look at me, I can throw an EX Sonic Boom and crouching fierce you. Look at me, I'm a Street Fighter god. No, you're not. If the game was correct, you would have to flash kick, not crouching fierce. If I was developing the game, a crouching fierce would not hit vertically, it would only hit horizontally. In fact, it would probably be like an arm sweep. That way it's like even like more variety. Or like an overhead right, like an overhead punch that hits overhead, even for an overhead attack that hits from a crouching position. Like, you could be like this, but still you hit your opponent with an overhead. Because most people assume when you crouch low, you're gonna go low, right? But if you could crouch low and still hit them overhead, that makes the game way more intense and way more fun, in my opinion. Like, for example, Raiden in Mortal Kombat 11 has one of the best sweeps in the game, because he could back hard kick with Raiden does a sweep. But it doesn't look like he's in a sweep position. That's why I love what the developers of Mortal Kombat 11 have been doing with the game. They give you situations where normally in most fighting games it's not possible, and it is possible. You know what I mean? That standing light kick that looks like a standing light kick in Mortal Kombat for Street Fighter hits low. I like that because in reality it really is hitting low. And that makes you go like it's way more intense that way because you're like, if Zangief's standing light kick was a low, he'd probably be the best character in the game. And also, you should be able to do like block strings where it's like standing light kick into standing overhead. You know what I'm saying? Like light kick into overhead like Guile does. Like, you know how Guile does crouching light kick into overhead punch? Every character should have what Guile has. Crouching light kick into overhead punch. But you should be able to combo your special moves off of crouching light kick as well. You should be able to combo super off the crouching light kick like I want to do and show off because I'm that dope. But you can't. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You know? Like, Zangief can't even combo crouching medium kick into super. It has to be... That's unacceptable. Let me see. Hold up. Like, right there. It has to be medium punch. You know what I'm saying? He has a lot of options. He could double lariat. That's dope. That's dope. But, like, crouching medium kick. He could crouching medium kick into lariat. I don't like that it does that, though. I think it should just pop him up into the air. That way you have options. If you don't keep pressing the punch button, if you don't keep pressing punch while he does level 1 super, what's going to happen is they're going to fall out of the combo and go into an auto combo. But I love that he could do that. He also has like a parry move that he catches your attack and auto counters you, kind of like a auto counter, like a parry counter, I guess you could call it. Like Goken had it in Street Fighter 4, where if you hit him while he's doing it, or Karin had it in Street Fighter Alpha as well, if you hit her high or low while she's doing it, she automatically counters you. So basically, the counter to that is that you have to grab. So don't even try to attack them, because if they do it right, they're going to counter you. So like, you don't do anything in that situation, you just grab them. So like, that's what makes this game fun and amazing. You're not putting the characters that really diversify the game. Like you know, it's like there's no the character. There should be way more variety in the character selection. I think a lot of the characters are too similar. They're about to release Akuma as one of the new characters, like as one of the early character releases. That's crazy to me. You know, like the Akuma is not, like, there's way too many Akuma kind of characters in the game already. Ryu, Ken, who else? Cammy is similar in a lot of ways to Ryu, and there's a lot of the new characters in the game that kind of play similar to Ryu and Ken. I mean, let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Like right there, I can't stand a medium punch with Zangief and do, you know, so basically, if you want to be smart with your drive push with Zangief, you're gonna want to land that crouching medium punch, because off a crouching medium punch or crouching jab or standing jab, you're gonna want a standing jab, or because you can at least combo. See, that didn't even combo. That standing jab into the right there. See? You know, I think that EX projectile, I mean the EX spin should bring your opponents closer. You know, obviously they still have to combo it. Like right there, like, see, I have to be way closer when I do standing jab, like. So those are the combos I would be going for as Russian wrestler. I don't really play the character, but I love a lot of the changes they did. I'm happy they gave him his air grab from Street Fighter Alpha. I thought because of his air grab in Street Fighter Alpha, he actually was one of the best characters in the game. As much as people thought differently, the reason I say that is that in Street Fighter Alpha, you could air block. So what a lot of players would do is that they would jump in and basically go, I don't care if he could anti-air me real good, I'm gonna air block, and if I air block his anti-air, I could counter him before he even recovers. So that was like a big strategy in Street Fighter Alpha. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I felt like it kind of ruined the game that you could air block. But because of Zangief being like basically the only character in the game that had a super air grab, you could not get away with jumping on Zangief. And guess what? When you can't jump away on Zangief, his grabs on the ground are some of the scariest things in the game. You know, he grabs you 4 times and wins in Street Fighter Alpha. So while you're worried about avoiding his ground grab, he has a super air grab waiting for you as well. So like, I think this is what makes him way stronger than Street Fighter V Zangief, but so is everyone else because of the parry. And keep in mind that Zangief is also one of the slower characters in the game, so like, yeah, I like that he could do that. He can't drive rushes. This is what Capcom has to do as a company. They really have to go character for character and find out what normals they can't drive rush and make that a reality. They also have to make it so that you can super combo after an overhead. Because leave the character standing. Don't do a hard knockdown. Like, let's say, for example, if I do this, leave the opponent standing. But allow me on hit to recover faster than my opponent so I could do this. Like, I could do, you know, I should be able to combo after that, the super level 3. You know what I'm saying? You can't even combo his super level 3 anymore. Like, I like that they changed his command grab to half circle. It's not full circle anymore. I don't know how to do his level 3. I might be wrong about that. I thought it was okay. No, it's 720. So I feel like that's why I say modern controls Zangief is one of the best characters in the game. I think he's gonna surprise a lot of people with how good the character is. Because if I would be surprised if Zangief does not win the $1 million tournament. Because I'm saying right now, with modern controls, he could almost instantly air grab you off the ground, which is going to beat every air normal in the game. On the ground, it's only half circle or 1 button with modern controls to basically do... His grab on the ground is good, but not as good as it was in Street Fighter V. So don't get too excited. I would save all my meter for that EX command grab, because look how much more range it has. It has kind of like the range that Street Fighter V Zangief had. So I probably shouldn't be saying this kind of stuff, but every player that wants to win the money is really going through these kind of situations if they're smart. But like I said, off of that overhead, that's a change I really would make. Leave the opponent standing, but with enough hit stun that you could super them if it lands. And also allow them to go crouching medial kick into super. You know what I'm saying? Because like as Zangief, I go... I missed it, my bad. See, like I messed that up, my bad. Right there. So Alpha Drive Rush, I don't like that I missed that. See, I would make it so that the level 1 super, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Level 1 super combos off it up. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to go for super, the second super after that, but... I don't agree with that either. The crouching light kick should not cross up. The crouching light kick is way too good. He's gonna win the tournament because of it. He's gonna win the tournament because of it. I probably shouldn't be saying that, but the crouching light kick hits as a cross up, and it recovers pretty fucking fast. And with the super air grab, let me tell you something. Like even it covers basically all the options. If they backdash, you can hard punch them, or standing medium punch them, or standing medium kick them. You know, as a smart player, you're better off going with the backdash in those kind of situations against the Russian wrestler. I probably shouldn't be saying this either, because at worst, you're gonna get a standing medium kick, a standing medium punch. It does damage, but not that much damage. But keep in mind, they could also standing light kick, lariat. You know, standing light kick super. No, I don't think they could standing light kick. I don't think that comboed. They can still standing light, see? They can still standing light kick super and then level to, look at that. Are you kidding me right now? You're telling me Zangief's not the best character in the game? I'm not even playing modern controls. That's about as low as I could get the super. Let me see how low I could get it off the ground. I don't know what I'm. Oh, the air grab is kick. Oh, I've been doing it wrong. No wonder I couldn't do it. I was trying to do that on the AI yesterday. Oh, his running bear grab is awesome, by the way. His running bear grab is a drive rush. It's basically a drive rush. It's a drive rush command grab. So like it's gonna go through projectiles. It's half circle back, by the way. If they throw a projectile, he'll go right through it and grab you. That's basically what you do if they miss like a real bad normal, like a crouching sweep. If they miss a crouching sweep, you can just half circle back, and if you're out of range, he'll get there and counter them before they recover. So like that's basically, I would not use that for anything else other than guaranteeing that they missed the normal that was out of range, like a standing hard punch, because it'll grab them before they could recover out of being countered. But if you are going to use it anywhere else in the screen or for anything else, you got to have that meter. Because with that meter, he's able to absorb attacks. He's able to absorb projectiles. This is why I say he's the best character in the game. No doubt about it. I don't care what anyone says. That's about as low as I could get it. I tried it with modern controls. That's about as low as I could get it. I don't think any human could get it lower than that. Look at that. That's as low as I could get it. In modern controls, I saw it even lower than that. It looked like he was still on the ground, dog. That's insanity. This is insanity. I'm gonna be very surprised if Zangief does not win the tournament for $1 million. There's no doubt about it in my head that with modern controls, he is the best character in the fucking game right now. I don't care what anyone says. The only thing that makes him a little bit weaker is that he cannot super combo off his crouching medium kick. So basically this is what makes him so bad, is that at these kind of ranges, the opponent's always going to walk away from Zangief. And that's his biggest weakness, is that he's going to struggle with that. But what a lot of high-level Zangief players like to do is just keep walking forward and jabbing you. You know what I mean? And keeping you in that kind of pressure. You know what I'm saying? And keeping you in like, because he could do shit like that. He could absorb attacks with a lot of stuff like that. But like I said, I'm actually thinking about picking up Zangief. But I said, he still can't cross up in the corner. It only works. So you don't even have to worry about cross-ups anymore, which is crazy. I was able to get it when I was playing the demo. But, you know what I'm saying? People are going to do that either way. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it. If it was genuine love, I appreciate it. But like I said, this game right here, they made his command grabs easier. I love that. I love that they did. And another good thing that they did for Zangief is that they put the opponent way further away. Look how far away he is, because a lot of players used to in Street Fighter V, what they like to do was catch you with a command grab and then dash forward and try to catch you with another command grab, but they're so out of range at that point. I do like that change. They cannot just win by command grabbing anymore. And I don't like that he can't combo his super command grab. I think he should be able to combo his super command grab. I think it's only fair. It's not fair that he has like the hardest level 3 in the game to land. Look, I tried the neutral jump just to make it easier.
This is your last ride. Let's go. Your retreat has stopped.
Alright, so I'm basically done. I'm going to keep practicing with Zangief. I do love the character. I think he's probably the best he's ever been. Maybe not as good as Street Fighter V Zangief, but pretty damn close. I think maybe even a little bit better with that high-low mix-up. What I would like to see is that, you know, if an overhead lands, it doesn't knock the opponent down like it did with Zangief, as you saw. I'm pretty sure that's an overhead. So you could combo the super afterwards. I think that would make a huge difference in characters like him being way better. So I appreciate that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So that's basically it. That's all I gotta say about it. You know what I'm saying? I do like the game. It's a lot of fun, especially with the drive rush. I don't like that you stun your opponent when they don't have any more meter. I think that's kind of stupid. I think they should at least bring it back to stunning your opponent like normal. But I'll leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? I don't make the game. I just play the game. And, you know, I do like it. But I would be shocked to see if Zangief doesn't win it. I think Zangief's going to win it. I think Guile doesn't have a chance anymore. I think with Drive Impact and Drive Rush, I don't think Guile could win anymore. I honestly don't think that. Not while still maintaining his charge. And everybody knows that's what makes him the best, one of the best characters in the game. Without it, he's like a slow Chun-Li. So I wouldn't even waste my time with that character. You know, I haven't really truly played the character, but I don't think he's that good. I don't think he's Street Fighter V Guile anymore. But I'll leave it at that. Maybe I'm saying too much already, but we'll see what happens, man. Since I'm not really going to the tournament, even though I would really love to, you know, I don't really care if people know stuff like this because who cares? No one really watches my shit anyway, so...